Alright, hey everybody, how you doing? I hope Santa brought you all the goofy bullshit you're after. I figured I'd just do an episode, it's the Christmas, let's just chill out. If I sound weird, that's because I may have drunk everything in the house, but that's a me problem, so don't worry about it. I also didn't normally I write a script for these. I have no script, I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm just gonna start because I have no people skills and I have no idea how to begin people skills. I'm talking to a fucking computer, what am I talking about? Alright, my fellow parasocial brethren, let's begin this piece of media which I am making for you. Alright, woo! Let's go! Alright, I figured we'd just do like a chill one, just like look back on the year that we've just had and just talk about how things are going. You know, good vibes, good vibes. So, a year in review. What the fuck happened in January? LA fires, that was rough. Trump became president, that was January? Jesus fucking Christ. Time flies when you're having fun, apparently. This is why it feels like I'm about 800 years old. Good fucking lord. We got a lot of Mexicans. I'm not gonna do a fucking Trump impression. In March, I think we finally got those astronauts back that was stranded in the ISS because Boeing decided to really lean into their name, Boeing, which sounds like boing, just everything fucking breaks. So that was March. In April, I think Pope Francis got his fucking server wiped in April. In June, that was when the US hit those fucking Iranian nuclear sites with some deep penetration bombs, which was interesting. It was called Operation Midnight Hammer. I can just kind of imagine Pete Hegseth touching himself coming up with that name. Oh, everyone's gonna think I'm so cool. July, Ozzy Osbourne got banished to the fucking Shadow Realm. Also, July was when we got that Three-Eye Atlas asteroid coming through and we all made the fucking pog face as it slid by. Also, I think July was when there was those two Farisi corpos spooning at a Coldplay concert. September. There was those protests in Nepal. You see those? Those were fucking crazy. Oh yeah, September, Charlie Kirk got sent back to the lobby. That was actually pretty fucking brutal. Hope his widow's doing okay. October, some fucking French dead guy got his bedazzled hat stolen from a museum, which is simultaneously was very cool, but also if you actually watch any footage of it, was just tremendously mundane. Like, they just went up a ladder and took it. That was it. Like, what? Wasn't exactly some Mission Impossible shit, but okay, hey, if it works. In December, as a Christmas treat, Jake Paul got his face rearranged. That was fun. And also, like a shitload of the Epstein files got accidentally released unredacted because the US government apparently doesn't know how to use Adobe Acrobat properly, which I find it so hard to believe that wasn't on purpose. Just the level of fucking incompetence. Oh, Jesus Christ. Whatever. What else? Oh yeah, throughout the year we had some Starship flight tests. We had quite a lot actually. We had 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Jesus fucking Christ. Hold on, let's watch those back. So 2025 we had it was all V2 Starships, I believe. And instead of like in 2024, I think all the Starship launch tests succeeded. Like broadly speaking, they did pretty well, whereas it was kind of a bit more iffy in 2025. I guess they were pushing the envelope a little bit more. Starship 7 was that one that like really famously fucking exploded and honestly looked pretty fucking sick as it just went through the sky over like it was the Caribbean or whatever the fuck. But yeah, not ideal. I mean the booster landed, so you know, half of it worked. Flight 8, pretty similar. That was another one that exploded in space, but the booster managed to come back okay. Flight 9 was a bit of a shitter, I think. Yeah, completed ascent, but then the booster ate shit into the Gulf of Mexico and the ship kind of broke up over the Indian Ocean somewhere. Flight 10 and 11 both went really well, although that was after the ship that was meant to go up for Flight 10 exploded beforehand. That gets us to where we are, so we'll have to see how V3 comes along. It's taken a lot of effort to not joke about, you know, the Elon Musk Sea Kyle mixed with the V2 rocket. I don't know, there's a joke, I'm not gonna make it, you can fucking make it. Anyway, here's to V3. Hopefully V3's a bit less sketchy than V2 was. It just fucking works out of the box, but yeah, we'll keep an eye out. What else we got? There's a bunch of wars. The Ukraine war, that's still happening. There's the Israel-Palestine conflict. That's just fucking infinite. That's not going anywhere. And the Sudan civil war, barely anyone knows about that. That's fucking brutal. Google that shit, it'll give you nightmares. Sorry, I know I'm not filling you with hope for 2026. Jesus Christ. What else? Oh, China's been working on some pretty cool, like, new planes and shit to try and catch up with where the US has been for, like, the last 20 years. And honestly, the J-35 is a fucking beautiful fighter jet. Oh my god, look at that thing. Oh, chef's kiss. It's like if an F-35 didn't look like it weighed too much. The F-35 looks like it's just, it could eat one less dinner per day. I don't know what it is. It's just it's a beefy boy. Whereas the J-35, it's a sleek, nice boy. This is not an in-depth analysis. I have no idea how the fucking thing performs, but it looks pretty while it's doing it. I like the look of it. I imagine the people in Taiwan are probably not too psyched about it, but yeah, that's another one. That's something to look forward to in 2027 or 8, whenever that fucking kicks off. What else? Oh, AI. That's getting scarily better all the fucking time. That's another thing that people think 2027 or 2028 is going to go fucking crazy and kill all of us, but whatever. We'll see. I'm sure I have in-depth thoughts about this when my brain isn't like 95% alcohol. Anyway, something else I wanted to mention. I just wanted to say, as part of this episode, thanks to everyone for watching, just people who just regularly watch my shit. It's really cool. I've gotten over 1 million views total now, which is pretty amazing. I know some people get that in like one video, but still, I think it's 1.1 million at the moment that the channel has. It's pretty cool. Slightly mind-blowing. It's because I can't really conceptualize that many number of times people watching a thing that I made. I don't know, it's pretty cool. So yeah, just thanks very much. That's fucking awesome. I started posting these types of videos. Well, not these types. This one's fucking shit. But most of the like the weekly ones that I do, where I at least put together some level of a coherent thought about something. Those ones I started in November 2024, and I'd posted a few things before then. I'd kind of had a few ideas for this channel, but I'd not really fully committed to them, so it didn't really materialize into much. But I think I had about maybe 400 subscribers then, which was still, that's not nothing. That's 400 people that had seen a thing that I made and clicked subscribe, so that was crazy already. But now I'm not a million miles away from 30,000, which is a fucking crazy number. So I really just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for watching. It's not necessarily clear when YouTube, like people on YouTube, if they're like making money from the videos or whatever. I got monetized back in, I think it was March. So I do make a little bit from the advertisements before the video, and also from people that support directly either on like Patreon or just through the YouTube membership. I'm actually saving that money on purpose, and I'm going to use it for basically for further education in aerospace and space travel. I'm being vague about it at the moment because my plan is still in the figuring everything the fuck out sort of stage. But you guys, even just the people that just watch my stuff, you are directly helping me become a better version of myself, basically, by being able to, at some point in the next year or two, use that money for things that are actually going to be sensible and not just blowing it on bullshit. And that's making a really measurable difference to the trajectory that my life was on. So I really genuinely want to thank absolutely everybody. And I know my scheduling's been kind of shit the last month. I was ill for a week, and then I don't know even what's happening around like Christmas, New Year, whatever. But my plan is to just hit the ground running in the new year, either the coming Friday or the Friday after or whatever. But I'll keep going with the weekly videos, and yeah, I'll just keep going with what I'm doing. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm enjoying making them. Also, I'm hoping that the subjects that I choose to talk about make some amount of sense in terms of why I'm like talking about a philosophical thing one week and then a space thing another week and then a fucking video game another week or whatever. To me, the kind of thread between all of these things is essentially, obviously things are just, high-tech, futurism, cool, mechanical things or exploding or whatever. That's all cool. But also, in terms of us human beings building things and choosing the trajectory of our society and our civilization, there's the question of what can we do, and there's also the question of what ought we do. Usually people of a technical mindset only ask the what can we do question, and people with a more sort of philosophical background are obviously interested in the philosophical end. But I like both, because if you put the two things together, it's what can you do and then what should you do, and therefore what do you actually do if you're trying to make the world as good a place as possible. That's to me what kind of unites all of it. But then again, also just stuff it's cool to talk about anyway, and particularly anything sort of like pop culture related. I mean, it gets clicks, right? So but I try and tie it into the kind of thing that I'd be talking about anyway. So anyway, yeah, I'm hoping sort of cohesively it makes some amount of sense, and you're not like, what the f was he making an episode about how to eat baked beans this week? I don't know. Oh, also, I wanted to share kind of what I have learned to some degree by doing this YouTube channel. Would I say that I've learned this? They're things that I set out to do when I started uploading regularly, and they're the things that have worked, which have allowed me to continue uploading regularly. Just for anyone who wants to make a YouTube channel, I don't know if this is like useful advice or whatever, but the first piece of advice, and probably the biggest one, is that that trying to make something perfect is the enemy of making something good, right? If you want to actually make something and have it actually be done at some point, just be content with making it good but not perfect. Because if you try and make something perfect, you'll never be done. You'll work on one project for your entire life and then you'll die and you'll still not like how it is. Whereas for me, I've just decided to basically force myself to just out one thing a week, because some of them are really good, I'm really happy with them, and some of them I'm like, that wasn't as good as it could have been, but it's fine. You just do one and then it's done and then you're on to the next one. And if someone's like, oh, that video like 4 weeks ago wasn't quite like, fuck it, I'm not thinking about it anymore. Like, as soon as it's done, I'm on to the next one. If you have that mindset, it makes it a lot easier to just make things. You learn how to make them better by doing them, so don't be afraid to just, like, if you've never made a YouTube video before, just fucking make one and just be okay with it being shit. You'll get better as you do it. So just don't worry about it. That's what I do. I like to think I've gotten better. I hope I've gotten a bit better, but I'm still, I mean, this one's been a fucking disaster. Another piece of advice is don't try to please people other than yourself. Just do what you want to do. Sure, learn from stuff, like get feedback or whatever. But particularly on the internet, people will just shit on anything and everything. Particularly if, like, not people that, like, if some people decide that they like the stuff that you do, they'll probably be nice and offer, like, helpful, constructive feedback and stuff. But there'll always be someone who's never watched you before and will never watch you ever again, who shows up for one video and, leaves a fucking 10-page essay on why you're the biggest piece of shit on the planet Earth. And I knew that when I set out to do the weekly videos, and I'm like, you know what, I don't give a f what anyone thinks. Fuck them. I hope they tell me how much they hate me. That's engagement. They can engage with my butthole, okay? Fuck them. That's why people say don't read comments. It's not that you shouldn't ever read. I do read them, but not like all of. I don't obsessively go through and be like, oh no. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta have some certainty in yourself. And even if something isn't perfect and people don't like it, you can just go, well, perfect is the enemy of good. I'm not trying to make it perfect. I just made it good and I'm on to the fucking next one. You don't have to be hard on yourself. You can just go, all right, well, the next one I'll just do it a bit differently then. It makes things easy. And the last thing is just make it fun. Just keep it fun. Whatever you're doing, just don't think like, oh, I need to do this. Just be like, fuck it. Just have a good time doing whatever you're doing. All right. If I need to make a video that is just me farting into a microphone for 3 minutes in order for me to just make something, I'll do that. I'll do whatever. I'll do whatever the thing is that I need to do to make a video. I probably won't actually do, well, hey, maybe vote on it. What do you think in the comments? Would you like a video that's just me farting into the mic? Not sure my mic can take it. But yeah, that would be my advice to anyone who's sort of just starting YouTube. Make something good, but not perfect. Don't try to please everybody and just have fun. Just make some cool shit, throw it out there, don't get attached, and then just do another one once you've done that one. Don't overthink it. All right, and yeah, that's it. Like, thank you everybody for an awesome 2025 of Xandros on YouTube, and I'll see you in 2026. And before we leave, I want to remind you to subscribe, or I am going to come over to your house and do this.
Take yourself out of this existential nightmare.
Alright, as always, thanks to all my elite level supporters. Thunderbot22A10, whose first words were, "Ruh-roh, Raggy, where are my resticles?" Nomad Greg, who can shapeshift into a pile of clams. Andrew Maul, who went through a wormhole and then came out of the wormhole and apologized to the worm. John Bejarano, who has an extra beard hidden beneath his beard. JDK, who sneezed a second hole in the ozone layer. Mutantius Doom, who grafted 6 extra legs onto his torso so he could cosplay as an octopus. Stormester Ritter, who's the solar system's limbo champion. Nikita Lurie, whose skin microbiome uses the temples on the side of his head as literal places of worship. Aaron Rowe, who fired a ping pong ball out of his mouth in 1970, which accidentally achieved escape velocity and blew up an oxygen tank on Apollo 13. And thanks to all my other supporters too, and everyone else who's subscribed over the last year or so. Have a sick new year, and I'll catch you in 2026. Over and out.